all about goals for the new year right now. Well, now it's time to put those visions on paper. And here to help us do that, we welcome to the show Candace Walker, proportional plate blogger. I have to say, but you're not cooking today.
Not today, which is kind of fun. I didn't have to be cooking all day in preparation for the segment.
No, and this is something that I caught my eye because you created a vision board for yourself for 2021.
Yes, I did. I actually have it right here. And I'm excited to talk to you about what it means to create a vision board, and I can even share some of the things and concepts that I have on mine.
Talk about what a vision board should truly be, because I kind of found myself wondering what I should put on it. Is it goals for the new year? Is it feelings? Is it a little bit of everything?
It's a little bit of everything. It's about envisioning what you want your year to look like, because you're going to end up having this somewhere where you can look at it every day and remind yourself of the things that you wanted to create for the year. So the most important thing that I want to remind all of you of, though, is that you might be feeling a lot of pressure to make some big changes this year. And it's important to distinguish between the changes that people are telling you you should be making versus the ones that you actually want to make yourself. So this is about creating the changes that you want, like things that excite you and make you happy, not things that you feel like you should do. Okay, so what is kind of the science behind the vision board and why it truly works? So the science behind it goes back to the law of attraction, which basically says that, if you are intentional about the things that you want to create, then you'll attract them into your life. And that's really what this is. It's about putting things on paper that you can reference throughout the year. And I actually keep my vision boards in my closet so that I have to look at them every day. And it's like this little daily reminder of like, oh yeah, I wanted to do that. So I'll be mindful of that because I have a reminder that I want to do that.
Share what's on your board. Show us yours.
Okay, so I have a combination of like personal goals, hobby goals, relationship goals, things like that. And another thing that you'll see when you're making your vision board is it's okay to have repetitive concepts, because sometimes you have something that feels really important to you, and it's okay that that takes up more space on the board because that's representative of what you want to create. And so as you can see, I have this really big dark wolf here, and I have, the word reflections and vision, and really that's about noticing this year that I went into a little bit of darkness, and there was sadness and depression moments and things like that. And this is a reminder to myself that this year I actually want to take those moments, and instead of making myself feel wrong for feeling them, to just let myself be sad sometimes and have that be okay. And so that's one of my big goals, which is why it takes up so much of the board. And then you'll see a little bits of outdoorsy stuff, which I really want to get back outside and do some fun things in nature. I want to slow down this year and not, feel like I always need to be productive and working, which it's hard with the work from home and live at home and be at home all the time balance. It's hard to, have that distinction between stopping work and just constantly going. And what else do I have on here? Some hobbies that I want to take on. I want to get into preserving a little bit and maybe redo the garden in a really fun way that's new for me. So it's really just, what are the things that, you think that you want to do now that maybe you'll forget about in a few months. And it's about getting them on paper so that you have that reminder and they can stay in your present moment awareness.
Well, I've got my board. What are all the supplies that we need? I have one thing covered. Ooh, I'll go with that side.
It'll be covered, it's fine. So that's great. You have your poster board. You'll need some scissors. You'll need a glue stick or tape, and just as many magazines as you can get your hands on. I actually keep the magazines that I use every year because you might find something in them that isn't relevant to you this year, but maybe like a couple of years from now it is. So magazines are the big one. And I actually like to keep my vision board more image-based than word-based. You can have both. But I do that because if you're going to just be looking at it quickly, images really speak to you in a different way than having to sit down and read. So yeah, you have your supplies, which I'm so excited about.
I have my supplies. I pulled
And you
some
can do
things,
this?
and I was kind of like, I don't know if that's like vision board, what you do though. You know, so I brought words in, like amazing things
Yeah.
happen when a community comes together. That more so is
love
like
that.
worldly though, right? It's not about a personal necessarily thing.
But even if it's worldly, it's about, like, we can only create the things that we want to create, right? So if it's important to you to have that feeling of community in the world, that starts with you making changes that feel like that for you, and then in your family, and then in your community, in your neighborhood, your city. And so I think that's a beautiful thing to add to the board.
And then you have like, it's the littlest things that make us big, which I really like that quote. So I pulled that one. It's hard though, as you're going through that do you just pull, and then decide, is that how you do it?
Yeah, I mean, usually I do this in a vision board party where I have a bunch of friends over and we all sit down and we're,
I just think elephants are sweet and peaceful and cute. No reason why I cut it out. And then, oh gosh, the little joys of summer, because I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if it's something that you should be looking forward to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anything you're looking forward to can be put on your vision board.
That's why I pulled Candace, Lisa Glickman. She's a chef who comes in studio all the time. So I have not seen her for over a year. And I hope that, again, I'll be seeing all of you guys here in studio. I hope for that. But, I guess it's one of those things where you're like, there's no guarantees of anything. So it's kind of nerve-wracking to put it on your board.
But it's okay. I mean, what I've found is that every year when I start to do my vision board, I pull out my vision board from the year before, and sometimes there's things that are going to be carried on into that new year, and I'll take them off the old board and put them on the new board. And it's fine if it doesn't happen. This is just your vision for the things you're excited about, that you want to create. And, at the end of the day, maybe a couple months from now, they don't resonate with you anymore, and that's fine too. You can change your goals.
Something on top of it. I love it. Did you put all yours together and then glue them, or did you glue one by one? Just a quick tip on that as we're out of time.
It really depends. I know with this one, I actually found this wolf in a National Geographic magazine, and it just I felt it so deeply in my core that I stuck him just in the middle, and I built everything else around him. But every year it's been different for me. So just do whatever's fun for you. It's supposed to be something fun that gets you excited. So whatever that means for you and how you put it together, if you're someone who would prefer to have it all laid out so that it ends up feeling perfect when you put it on, do that. And if you're a more spontaneous person, then put it on there spontaneously.
Well, it's my commercial break project that I'll have the rest of today. Thank you so much, Candace.
I'm so excited you already have those cut out. Enjoy making it. And send me a picture.
I will for sure. Thank you, so good to see you.
You too. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We'll have more information about Candace and her vision board on our website at KATU.com. Don't go away. We will be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.